175. Once again, we're back on a deep run because the final one is 175, and that's going to take quite a bit of effort. Now, so we do have Krull now, and we do have a silver Krull chest. Technically, I could pop these Electrums for Krull. Would be good. They're an event champion. Let's gear up our Krull a little bit. Oh, just the blue right away. Too bad it's ultimate attack damage, but straight out of the gate with a blue item for Krull from an Electrum. Okay, this makes more sense. Okay. Oh, 30% pilfer. That's what we like to see. Here's the thing. Krull can do what Krull does without even having items. The items are just gravy. That Archon's Army one is the worst one, too. Cool down. There's... Okay, cool. Achievement Master, Relics of Darkness. Nice. Got a couple of achievements. Heavy Maul of the Ancients. Okay. Oh, and we're into duplicate range. Ooh, we got a blue for Makos. Out of nowhere. Okay, pain. Cool, cool. Cool. And then we'll open up this. And there's a green. Cool. Alright. So when we finally get to Krull, he'll have some gear. He'll have some gear. Yeah, that blue landing on the pilfer would have been golden. I mean, Soapbox Derby is what it gives me the vibe of. Like, they're usually small, handcrafted. They get real into, like, you know, when they get real into it, you're like shaving the wheel, like sanding down the wheels and all this kind of stuff, trying to get everything thin and aerodynamic. And for 1.5-ish hours, depends on how you run them. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you have balancing power output with you know how long you can run is it's basically that's the challenge of all vehicles, not even electric ones, especially electric ones, but yeah. Pronounce it Darby for Derby. Oh, well, you know, it's not my fault. I pronounce it wrong. Oh yeah, Derby is Derby here. Hull damage isn't entirely useless, no, but yeah. It's just shocking that a blue rolled out of Electrums and went straight to Krull when it could have had a lot of targets it could have gone to. Because once it's at blue, it didn't necessarily need to magnet straight to him. Feels like. Well, you wouldn't say Derby because there's no E on the end. All right, Onyx. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, please, Necronus. Everybody knows it's a soft G. It's Rudgeby. It's Rudgeby. Oh, boy. That joke's gonna get me Rudge beaten up. That's what's gonna happen. It's Rudgers? Rudgers? Rudgers and Hammerstein? Steen? Either way? No? Alright. On today on Gar Butcher's Language. Yeah. Man, even though this is a new player account, even just starting a time gate reminds me how rough. Not having any gold find is. It'll be so nice once we get to the point where we have like a Modron core with like at least one gold node piped. I've forgotten about how good some of these. So we just need to get to 25 to get some gold, some boosted gold find. There we go. Now we're over 4,000% gold find. That's better. It's a little better. That means we'll go 4,000% further on our run, right? Sadly, no. Sadly, no. So here's the question. Do I feel like we try Krull out, but we can't have Jarlaxle DPS for reasons. Once we really get into that window. Also, more expensive just to get Krull in than a Shara. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Krull. Even though he's not really going to build up stacks, we'll still have enemy... Well, oh, we got to get Krull up a ways, though, don't we? He's got to get to 50. All right, we're gonna go Ashara at first. Do Ashara at first, just to get another champion in here. Did we get... Oh, we did. Yay. Get me a chest. Come on. I got so excited. That's still exciting, but not... Oh, there's another Makos blue. And we did get all green. Okay, cool. So we can open up this Krull chest. Yeah. That'll be good. Alright. So Krull's up to 2 blues. Not the ones we want. We wanted this one and this one. These two are the important items for Krull. We did not get those. We did not get those. I don't know. If democracy had a hot tub elections, we'd pay more attention. I don't think so. The wrong people would be getting elected. Stupid and hot is not any better than stupid and insert anything else here. I don't for a lot of people. Oh, good lord. It feels like we're getting a lot of it lately. Stupid and insert here. Know that it's both sides. That implies that there's only 2 sides. But I mean, that's not always true, Zoldan, but there's a very complex problem, and it isn't solved with any one solution. Unfortunately. I mean, the first step to solve the problem is to make sure that everybody has free and fair access to voting and that none of the votes are tampered with. Across the board, that's your first step towards solving the problem. And I don't know that, like, that we haven't seen that in a very long time. If ever. Trying to get Race Jarlaxle up to 150, but I don't think we're going to stay ahead of the click damage. Ooh, for president, you know. No, this is There we go. Put a brain in the White House. This is from a long time ago, folks. This is from a long time ago. I even had a couple bumper stickers. They were magnets, but I had a couple of those back when that was out. I think I've still got one around somewhere. It's kind of peeling a little bit. I mean, at least with a Pinky in the Brain ticket, you know, one is a genius, even if the other is insane. At least you're guaranteed one genius on the ticket, right? Yeah, we're not going to get to 150 before we're going to be stepping on the click damage leveling. That's fine. We still got we're a hefty curve ahead on damage in general. American Sawdust proudly supports the brain for president. Big Sawdust has a pack. American Sawdust. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, not just baked goods, Basic here. Remember, anything that's battered. I mean, come on. It's a great way to pad out your batter. Add a little sawdust. I don't think that's true, Zolan. Having watched enough Pinky in the Brain episodes. But, you know, teach their own. Boss the new player guide just finished all the Tomb story missions. Working on Barrett's now. Okay. Alright, right. The duo Zaka's variants are E16 favor. I'm only E13 last E push. Only got around E13 extra. Or E.3. What did I do wrong? I don't know. I mean, it isn't necessarily that you're doing something wrong. It's just that you don't have a lot of power, and you're gonna have to find it somewhere. So it could be the formation you're using. It could be like, are you spending gems on chests and opening chests, or are you just saving up for familiars? Because that's not helping, right? So I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why you might not be able to push deep to get favor. So it's very difficult, and you got to push in the right. Some free plays are easier to push in than others. So Difficult to say. 900 blue. Does Storm Sorcery spec Dark Urge count as melee and magic attack, or still strictly melee? I don't know. I think it's. Well, I don't know. You'd have to spec into it and then open up their champ UI and see if it gives you both melee and magic icons. The magic is this one. Is the little thing. So I mean, it would make sense that it would do both, but I never actually looked when I switched. One, get recipe. 2, add sawdust. 3, 4, profit. Exactly. Full blue on evergreens. Okay. I don't know. Formation. It could be formation. It could be feats. Have you slotted feats or using the ones that are going to help you push deep? Do you have if you're using Annihilated Tank still, are they in their right hand spec for tanking? That helps you push further. So there's a lot going on that's just beyond how much favor did you start with? Like this. Oath of Devotion is the spec for pushing deep with Nayeli. If you're using anything else, she's giving up survivability, and survivability can actually give you more damage because of her ramping tanking effect. Yeah, Fiber Plus gummies, now made with official American sawdust. Which Virgil spec for speed team? It doesn't necessarily matter. I just usually use the left one because it just speeds up attack speed too. So if I ever run into any hit-based barricades, it chews through it faster. So looking at it as both, okay, yeah, because they'll switch. Hitch starts out melee, but after he gets his extra dagger ability, he'll be melee and a ranged icon. So they will adjust themselves based off what's going on. How is there, Shevik? Is this a joke? I can understand not having tuna and tuna fish. I mean, the seafood industry is. As long as it provides the taste people are looking for, no one cares. Because the regular public doesn't care. They're still going to call it tuna fish instead of something else. But how is bread not legally bred? That part I don't understand. How is bread not legally bred? Too much sugar makes bread become cake. Is there sugar in their bread? No. But I mean, I don't know that Is a cake sandwich bad? Is the cake sandwich bad? Sourdough's still bread? What are you talking about? I understand. Irish court. Okay, so in Ireland, I don't care. I don't live in Ireland. That's yeah. No, that's just getting. They're just getting pedantic for the sake of being pedantic. That doesn't have anything to do with. Making a sandwich. Uh, yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care, I guess. Well, look, I mean, if I live in America and and our definition of bread is whatever it is, then it's still bread. I don't know. But you're getting like the people are getting real pedantic if they're like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, what is it that they're really trying to attack about any restaurant? I'm not trying to defend Subway, but any restaurant, if they're trying to get them to change their sandwiches to be called confections instead, what is it they're trying to do? Is there some actual benefit to that, or are they just trying to find some way to attack someone? I don't understand. It seems pointless. It seems fucking pointless. So I don't even care that this is about sugar. I'm just saying, what's the point of legally defining bread based off its sugar content? Like, to say it's not bread anymore, it's a confection. Like, I don't understand. Why does it matter what the difference is? If I want to have an ice cream sandwich, is it? I mean, that's a bad way to take the joke. So let's just say if I want to make a sandwich out of uh, 2 cookies and some ham, I mean, then isn't that my choice? I don't know. Why can I not call it a cookie sandwich? Why has it become a confection? Does it matter? Like, is there something that, is there a price difference? Is there different taxation? No. Oh, I'm not saying food standards in the U.S. Oh yeah, I mean they probably are a lot lower than the rest of most of the world, but on this one, I'm like, it's one thing to say, oh, we allow more I don't know, dead cockroaches in our meat than anywhere else. Like, that's a little different from saying, well, legally this is a confection and not a bread. I don't understand the point of that. The tax issue. Confections are taxed at a higher rate. Okay. See, and that explains why it is, but that doesn't mean that it's not still, to me, that it's not still a sandwich. It just means somebody wants to make more money, right? Like, figure out why are they trying to do this? It's so they can make more money on taxes. Has nothing to do with making anybody else healthier. They just want to tax it higher. Okay. I don't get it now. You can make bread with less sugar, which in turn makes it healthy. You can make anything with less sugar, which in turn might make it healthier. But that's not necessarily the point of everything you eat. Wow, that's a big difference on taxes. Yeah. Mean Keb, you just walked into somebody brought up that apparently in some countries, Subway's bread is not legally bread; it's instead legally cake for like that. And they took them to court over it, so because they should have been taxed differently. That's just. Same reason the U.S. tomatoes are legally vegetables. Really? They're fruit, though. I don't understand. Why would that be any different? I don't understand why they would make them legally a vegetable when they're a fruit. actually think it's a health issue, but that's not. But I guarantee that wasn't the reason they were taken to court. Guarantee. If it doesn't have any sugar in the first place, then why am I eating it? No, I joke. I don't like being healthy, but sugar isn't why people are unhealthy. This is one of the things that gets me when people are like, "Oh, like lower fat, no cholesterol, lower sugar content." These things don't make you healthy. I'm sorry. That's not what's going to make you healthy. What's going to make you healthy is getting off your ass and getting some exercise. Americans are overweight because they're fucking lazy. I say this as somebody who sits in front of a computer all day. It isn't necessarily what we eat. There is a problem with the cheapest foods being unhealthy. That's a problem. But I mean, I'm much more healthier eating the same kind of food if I actually get regular exercise than when I don't. But Americans just don't do it for the most part. Now, if someone's having health problems, and it's subjective to the person, but if somebody's having health issues revolving around their sugar intake, and they're getting exercise, I mean, that's their own genetics that they have to deal with. That isn't necessarily that you can be eating the same. Two people can be eating the same amount of sugar and just genetically have problems with it. That doesn't mean that everybody should be drinking gallons or liters of cola. I don't. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of sugar in places that, whatever. But the first thing people should start with is more exercise. A cookie or biscuit is hard and goes soft when it's stale. Cake is soft and goes soft. I don't feel like that. I know so many cookies that get rock hard when they go stale. So you're just saying that. I don't know that works for cookie. No. Pizza has more vegetables and they changed it just for school lunches. That's stupid. Again, these reasons that people are changing the legal definitions of things feel stupid. There's not a problem with. There shouldn't be any problem with having tomato be considered a fruit and having it in a school lunch, because fruits are healthy too. Morons. Come on. Again, this sounds just like stupidity spread gone rampant. Which, welcome to America. Welcome to America. Person that suits Subway because their footlongs are only about 11 inches. Well, technically it's called a footlong. It isn't called a 12-inch sandwich. I guarantee that was the legal defense. I don't even know, but like that would have been my first legal defense. We call it a footlong. We don't say it's 12 inches. People go to Subway for healthy food. Well, I mean, it's sort of. I mean, Subway has, you're eating vegetables on your, maybe on your sandwich. But, so some people would consider that healthier than, going getting fried food somewhere. Sure. But it's a subjective thing, right? Healthier. I think the term should be healthier food, not healthy food. I mean, what you eat overall can be a contributing factor, but there's a difference between a contributing factor and a cause, right? It's just like here in the U.S. they've legally said, if you are obese over a certain body fat percentage, really, and that is considered unhealthy. Really, I ran a fucking marathon while I was considered obese, and any doctor would have lined me up and started running, tests for diabetes and cholesterol because my weight compared to my height. BMI, that's what it is. Your BMI was too big. Correlation is not causation. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. And I'm saying this to doctors. Stop being lazy. Stop looking at overweight people and assuming that this is a diet problem or a lack of exercise or that they must be unhealthy because they're bigger. You don't know that. You haven't done one. Looking at them does not tell you that they are unhealthy. Again, correlation and causation, not the same thing. Larger import tariff on vegetables, smaller for wow. Yeah, that seems. Again, it seems like if that's 1893, if that's why they changed it to vegetables, someone was just trying to make more money. Someone was just trying to make more money. I don't know. I mean, my foot isn't 12 inches long. Exactly. That's why you can call something a foot long without it actually being a foot long. 12 inches long. And then you can call it a foot long in countries that don't even use feet as a measurement system. Do you have the whole recommended amount of fruit and veg? I'm guessing this is what you're trying to say. Fruit and veggies per day in the use. There's like there's a food pyramid the government puts out, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't know that anybody really. I don't know that anybody really follows it, but Oh yeah, I mean, look, any kind of fast food is not healthy food for the most. I mean, there are places where you can get healthy food quickly. Like there's like a sandwich fast food, or not a sandwich, a salad place now, like down the street. I'm like, really? You just at first I was like, really? And then I remember that there's a whole chain of restaurants in California called Soup Plantation, and it's built around a soup and salad buffet. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, right. But again, part of that is just due to the cost of things. But so you can get like a fast food salad, but not at like a McDonald's. Like it's a literal salad place. Wow, Nostraconis. Wow. That sounds like a for-profit hospital. Yeah. Again, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is something I've probably said before. I'm all for universal healthcare. Get the profit out of healthcare. There are certain industries that profit shouldn't be a thing in. I mean, it's fine if you have like everybody needs to make a little bit of money. Everybody needs to make money. Everybody needs to get paid. You need to not just break even, but make a profit. But like, set a profit cap for certain industries. But I'm still about universal healthcare. So. But that would, I mean, because that changes a whole lot of things, right? Then doctors aren't just like being judgmental about stuff. Then, well, if it's done right, then people change their focus on healthcare into a preventative form of healthcare, which would encourage exercise and nutrition plans and things like this. But instead of just selling you pills like the current system does here. Yeah, Magic Reese. Yeah, the whole BMI thing. They've shown that it's just like they're starting to realize it's just a serious problem, and it really doesn't help at all. It just makes things worse. All right, Mr. Cunnis, thanks for hanging out. Making more money was behind hemp, etc. being outlawed in the US. I don't know about him, but I can tell you that they came out and flat out said one of the people in the government administration at the time that they made like marijuana illegal just so that they could make it easier to arrest hippies and black people who were protesting against the war and against the country in general. But I haven't really looked into why hemp was tagged into that. Or size 13s? I don't know. Is the size 13 inches? I don't understand how they rate sizes for feet. I've never tried to measure it. Is there a priority for corrupted gems? Generally speaking, you save them for like the pigments. Occasionally, there might be a good golden epic that makes it worth it, but most of the time, it's pigments, the little froggies, marvelous support pigments. Oh, I bet Chrysoden. I never. It's been so long since I've been to California. But yeah, I would imagine they would. There are lots of restaurants that went out of business during the pandemic. If you couldn't support to go, you're done. There's a like a steak place. I mean, it's really what it is. But they offer, a variety of different things. But there's a place here that basically just nailed it on how to handle to-go orders. And I don't know if they, renovated during the pandemic or if it was always like that, because I've only been going recently to do takeout. But you just walk up and they have windows that are right off the kitchen and the little prep area. And you just walk up and ring the bell, and they come out and just hand you your stuff right through the window and back to work. And you don't have to go in. You don't have to. It's like right off the parking lot. You park right in front of it. Get out, get stuff, walk back in your car, and leave. Fantastic. Fantastic. I don't got to go inside. I don't got to do nothing. But I can get a full dinner there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, power, water, healthcare, these are all things that there should not be. If any, fixed profit cap because you need to have extra money to expand services and things in the future, but I don't think those things should be part of the capitalistic industry. In the UK, you can get prescribed swimming. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I went in years ago, and they're like, your blood pressure's a little high. I'm going to put you on this pill. And I'm like, what if I started walking like once a week? Would that help? Probably. They're like, but I'm just going to give you like a low-level pill, and we'll see. We'll start there, and then we'll dose it up from there. And I'm like, and so I just started walking like every day, like just 15 minutes a day, every day. I went back in and he's like, wow, we got great results out of this pill. And I'm like, I've been walking every single day. So yeah, I mean, there are definitely ways. I'm not saying that's true for everything, folks. Look, there are lots of prescribed medications that absolutely absolutely change your life for the better, and there's no amount of exercise or diet that can change things. But you know, there are some things that can. Night Niscus, thanks for hanging out. How was that long? Was it too competitive rope versus other materials? Really? I still feel like it's probably just the worry of people growing it for pot. But the thing about hemp is it usually has to be like no THC content or something, or really low. So you wouldn't want to smoke it anyway. You're not recommending the Nerds GE? No, you better not. Not my channel, you don't. Hemp thing goes back to the 30s? Oh, wow. Oh, first add rope factors? Well, there you go. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. Is there any particular reason that the support pigment is a frog comp? Yeah. The marvelous pigments in the game are Nolzur's marvelous pigments. This is an item in Dungeons and Dragons, and that item contains 4 pigments, paints. They're little pots of paint, and there are 4 different colors. So there's white, green, blue, and like strawberry red. And so and the little pots that they come in are the shapes that we see in the game. So the white is in a little skull pot. The green is in the little froggy pot. The blue is the fish pot, and the red is a strawberry. So that's D&D. It's literally based off the D&D item. I mean, yeah, Thalo. Again, Thalo. There are things where yes, you have this problem. You need to go on medication. That's going to be the best thing for you. That is 100% a thing, and in some cases, I'm not arguing against that at all. But like blood pressure, depending on how high it is, exercise can help bring it down, and should be part of your prescription, right? If you can exercise, not everybody can. But yeah, I used to walk every day for 15 minutes. And then I lost I have motivation problems. Which I probably could use a pill for. There's something that I could probably use a pill for. Yeah. I used to run 5 or 6 days a week back when I was training for that. But you can walk every day. It's only positive to you. Running every day could potentially be a negative because of not giving yourself time to recover. But your body was, most bodies are built to walk regularly. Yeah. But if you can't do that, swimming, then that might be a good option. Sounds neat to me. Oh, no, not that. No, we don't encourage that kind of drug use. On the low side for blood pressure was also isn't fun. Yeah, that can be a problem too. Yeah, it's a whole other complication. That's a whole other complication. But yeah, nutritionists in combination, with active lifestyle changes is what they like to call it. Can be a big deal. It doesn't for some things, not all things. For some things. But people in chronic pain, it can tell you this to your face. Stop telling them to try yoga. It doesn't. That's no. No, just because I helped you with your sore arm doesn't mean that's gonna help them. Different. They have a different situation. Hey, Melricall. Oh boy. All right, where are we at? We've got. Oh no, nowhere near enough favor. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you know what we what we can do now though is we were at 90 for Ashara. Oh yeah, Krull is online. Krull comes online at 100, but I mean 50 is good. It just we start getting the plagues going out, but 100 is where they're really good. I probably shouldn't have bothered going up past that. It'll be fine. Jarlaxle is not the greatest for this. We're not really going to want to end up using Jarlaxle DPS. It's fine for right now because we're popping everything. We're popping these loot pinatas before they get anywhere near our party. We're just taking the single stack of whatever plague ends up on them and enjoying. But just having Krull in will now start generating more gold for us. And potentially give us higher bud spikes. Potentially, but we're gonna have to switch away from like a Jarlaxle DPS to like Hitch's E28 to Jarlaxle's E underneath the feet 8 E29 8 E28. Oh, Drit's DPS almost still higher on Jarlaxle. 852 E31. Oh, that's pretty good. So maybe we run Drit's DPS for the moment? I don't know. That means Jarlaxle's wasted and Hitch is wasted is the problem. And yet we're still in a better damage curve. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That makes people think this is the best option when it's really maybe not. But we're going to run with it for a moment. Run with it for a hot moment. Yeah, Shevik, that can be a thing. Depending on what it is, right? If the pain is coming from, you damaging yourself internally, making the pain go away isn't the best idea. You make not with a pill. Like you gotta stop damaging yourself internally, right? Week 10. Okay. Feel like, you know what? Let me see. Yeah, we could get. Do we do it? Oh, feels bad. Hold on, what's his? Oh, he's in the range. Oh my god, am I gonna Makos DPS? Hold on, what's Makos' charisma? 18 charisma. So buffed by Hitch. Alright, folks. This is not a thing I want to be doing, but we're gonna try it. We've got some potions of specialization. We can change things around. Here's the problem with Makos DPS. I mean, here's the good thing about Makos DPS. Now, when I kill stuff, it's gonna the Makos is gonna deal 1,000% more damage than they normally would, and enemies are gonna drop a 500% more gold. But look at this. He's got a 5.7 second attack cooldown, and it takes about that long just to get the attack off when he starts the animation. Look at this. And now it's dead. Oh boy. Oh boy. People have wondered what Mako's gold farming looks like. Maybe we'll try it this round. Maybe we'll end up switching over to I don't know. It's not even gonna. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting. This is going to be an interesting. This is an experimental push. I don't recommend it for everybody. Now I don't even know who's going to need a level. I mean, Makos needs the level next, honestly. He needs more damage. We're going to be a little more reliant on ultimates now, which is a problem because we also don't have a lot. Hey, Empress Erg, thank you for 10 months. Prime. Also, I don't really have the blessings to support what I'm doing here. I have 900% more damage for female champion. Should be an Ashara run, but now I'm going to have to invest here. Okay. Got to keep that in mind. All right, let me look at... So I can't... There's no point in me to put any points into Bruner now. He needs to get to 700 for his next group buff. 365 for Celeste. 215 for Nayeli. We only have 14 out of the 20... 15 out of the 25 we need for that. Jarlaxle, nothing to help the group in sight. 310 for Calliope. 150 would give us our ultimate for Krull. 125 is a buff for favored foes for Minsk and Boo. 150 damage all champions for Hitch. So where we got a couple down here. These three or these four champions down here can soak up some upgrades. Like that. That'll be help. That'll help. Yeah, Lurking Rider, I've heard of that. I want to say Jen Kretschmer maybe has talked about that before. But maybe it was a different type of thing, but the whole point was to basically block off the pain signals, if I recall correctly. We're a water back for everyone, Thalo. Nice. I need a Sunships emote. Maybe if they sponsor us, we can afford to have a Sunships emote made. Last time we ran this same adventure with no favor, we basically got to 102 and died, folks. So as you can see, just coming in with what do we start with? 2,500 favor now. We're able to move forward. We'll see how far forward. We've changed the formation a little bit because we now have Krull. Trying out a different DPS. Well, we will see how this goes. But we are in what I like to call an upgrade desert, where there's just... I know this is all green, but that doesn't mean I want to put in... doesn't mean I want to invest into them. Next investment's going to be Tyrell. Tyrell's going to get... there we go. Straight into triple damage for everybody. Hitch in 10 levels will be good. Another dagger, which actually buffs one of his buffs. It increases one of his buffs. Is this turtle good? I don't have him. Krull is your early game... Well, Krull is a beast throughout the game, but one of the most impactful places I've found for him is in the early game. He can do pretty wild things even without any gear. We do have him in greens and blues already. We just unlocked him and we had some Electrum chests. But he can increase both your gold gain and your pushing power because he has some really solid debuffs. You just have to pair him with the right kind of DPS champion. Jarlaxle doesn't work. I think Jarlaxle is the biggest one. Anyone who attacks the furthest enemy is a problem. Catty Bree used to have that problem, but now she's got a spec that'll shoot right through everybody. So yeah, Krull's a big deal, and then later on, when you after you pick up a Zaka, if you start a Zaka farming, Krull's a big deal. Also, Krull has an ultimate that we call the Krulltimate, or the Krullinator, or the Krullining, depending on what you're doing. Actually, using it on someone, it's like activating the Krullining. But it puts these pools of goo under a target. It's great for hit-based and armored enemies because they just pulse each pool. There's like 4 pools. Each of them pulse damage over and over and over again for a while, and they just destroy hit-based and armored things. So Krull's solid. Krull's the first pushing champion, like I recommend in slot 6. And I actually think that they're better for you to pick up before Shandy because of how well they help you with your favor gain and your deep pushing. Although the argument there is Shandy can help too and does it faster, but I like Krull. So we went for Krull on this playthrough. Last time I did a new player count, I tried to just pick up speed champions first, and it was neat. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad. It's pretty good. But this time, just a little different path. Oof. Yeah. Missed a game, but I feel like whenever I play, I have formation confusions. I end up taking a long break like I just had. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that helps you enjoy the game the most is learning how to build a formation. The more champions that you obtain, obviously, the more complex things can become. But you can kind of learn to lean on certain champions and use them. And as long as you're completing content, then you're fine. And then when you run into troubles, then you just gotta find a little way around it. Okay, so we're starting to get into trouble. This is where Makos is somewhat problematic because their slow attack speed combined with single target wave clear can be a problem. As we start stacking up Krull's like Trader stacks, he can actually provide Trader, one of his plagues, can provide AoE to single target DPS. Okay, we can get his ultimate. I can show you his ultimate, folks. Here we go. I'm gonna fire. Well, we'll wait for the boss, maybe. Nah, we'll do it right here. Here's what happens. These ghouls run out, 4 of them, and they'll hit different targets. But if it's like an armored boss, they'll sit under it. And as these pools are bubbling, they're doing damage to whatever's in them. So four times whatever damage is happening every second for a very long time can really destroy armored and hit-based enemies. It's still there. It's just, yeah, it's gross. It's icky. Yeah, it's starting to fade now. So it's there for one in a row. 30 seconds each. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. There's only one ultimate in the game that's better than theirs for destroying hit-based things, and it's Corazon's. But you got to prep that a little bit by stacking up. He has pools, oil underneath things, and then you light him on fire with his ultimate. Similar idea. A little more prep. I mean, our damage is real good here, but our wave clear isn't. That's the problem with Makos. E37 damage versus E29 health, but it takes so long to kill everything. And his ultimate should make up for that because it's a big AoE, but it's on a huge cooldown because he's brand new. We don't have gear for it. Not brand new. We just don't have the gear to support it. Okay, there's an upgrade. Yeah, no, I try to remember that it's Corazon and not Corazon, even though it should totally be Corazon de Ballena. But I don't even know. For all I know, he pronounces his last name Di Bolena. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Creator's prerogative. Creator's prerogative. I try to catch myself, but, you know, many years of Spanish make me want to say corazon. You know what now? 190. Okay. Getting close. Man, I haven't done this specialization. So, Makos is one of a couple champions that are left in the game whose upgrade path completely changes based off the specialization you choose. So, I don't even remember what. Okay, so 35 is more is to the whole party. I mean, he's still getting self damage all the way. 45 increases the gold find. Okay. All right. Whoops. Wrong button. $310 for Calliope. Like, can we put maybe? What was there? Oh, it's E30 now. Dang it. Should have had Hitch up next to Celeste the whole time. Early on, just to help clear things out a little faster. $225. She has something. She does. Awesome. And we're there. So the problem I think we're going to run into now is we're going to run out of time. So let's get some. Here's how you help out in this situation. Have a slow attack speed champion that only hits a single target. Fire breath potions. Let that champion set your bud, your base ultimate damage, and then ride that bud with your fire breath and some clickers on the field. Now we're just going to fly through. Fortunately, I had some of these potions. But now we're going to fly through much more quickly because we only got about 20 minutes left for the stream. And I'd like to get as much favor as I can. We're up into EO4. Remember, I feel like we need like 5 EO8. We got to get to 175 on that variant. Ugh, it's a lot. That's a lot on a brand new account. I mean, we can do it, but usually we have to get favor first. Yeah, we're on an ad break. Give me that gold. Come on, Hitch. There we go. Right. So E36 damage, E33 health. I feel like we'd get up above E36. Right now everything's dying so fast, nothing's like Makos just isn't able to land a hit on something that Might have some pain stacks from Krull. So Krull's thing is Draconic Plague. He can drop a Pilfer Plague, a Pain Plague, and a Traitor Plague. Pilfer makes them drop more gold per stack. And Pain makes them take more damage per stack. And Traitor makes them do damage to others around them per stack. And it can get up to 10 stacks to start. So 65% more gold, 750% more damage, or 100% of that damage pulsed out to other enemies around them. But then Virulent Strain kicks in, and that lets you. There's a very tiny chance that one of these stacks, when you kill someone, it transfers to someone else, and it gives you another instance of it. So you can technically get up to 40 stacks. We need feats for Virulent Strain to really do its thing, though. And we're a long ways off from that. One of those feats is in the gold chest system, so it's just really random whether you get it or not. It's really good when you do, but you may not see it for a very long time. There's 2 Virulent Strain feats. Oh, I know how to pronounce milk toast here. That's funny. That's funny. Alright. 250. Yeah, I don't know where the next... I need to see a little more here. 350 ain't it either. Alright. Okay. Nothing for Hitch for a good long time. Why do I close that? Oh, this doesn't show me. Something's broken about Tyrell's preview. Doesn't really give you a preview of anything. 175 for Minsk's ultimate, which doesn't really give us... Well, it helps us a little bit. 170 for a boost in pain. Alright, and now for specializations, you can choose Pilfer, Pain, or Traitor with Krull. Early game, and honestly, most of the time, Pilfer. I know it sounds odd, but unless you can get all the way to the last upgrade on your champions, which we call soft cap, easily, because of the amount of favor you have in a campaign, which usually means E20 or more, Pilfer to get you your upgrades faster and to make you more, it gets you the money quicker and it gets you the upgrades faster. You want it. You want it. So we're going Pilfer. Now, once you can get to soft cap easily, just because you've got E20 or beyond favor, you could choose Pain. I tend to choose Pain. If you really want to ride the AoE train, you can choose Pilfer, or choose Traitor, I mean. But if you're going to do an Azaka run, a deep run for gold farm, you still want Pilfer again, right? So Pilfer is the most useful specialization. There are uses for the others, but Pilfer's the big deal. I'm going to go ahead and drop 100 there. Took me over a year to get the second Virulent Strain feat. I thought 40 stack was a cruel myth. Yeah. So 40 stacks without both feats, 40 stack is a unicorn. Is a unicorn. Without both feats, you'll see 20 fairly often, and 30 will be the thing where you're like, ooh. But once you get both of them, 20 is going to almost be constant as you're killing things. It feels like 20 becomes easy. 30 is nice, but then 40 is more regular, and you can actually create situations that improve your chances to get 40. To get 40. Where do we need? 375 is where we need for the next gold find upgrade for Jarlaxle. It's not that far off. That's good. We kind of want that first. Archon's army is garbage. I'm just going to tell you. Anything related to, like, the ability is supposed to help me use them with Archon, but it really is just all evil champions. But there's a boost and a reduction, and it's just, it's not worth it. I ignore it. I literally forget sometimes that this ability exists on Krull because it's just meaningless in the grand scheme of things compared to everything else Krull does. There's our gold find now. Took me so long to get the virulent strain feat that I'd stopped a Zoc farm by the time I had it. Oh, yeah, that's rough. Now I just let him go find champs and use Bud Spike and Fire Breath Potion since 2001. Yeah. Thing is you can create a situation on like 2000 if it's the right kind of boss where with Crawl in, you can still get that single enemy separation. You can get the best of both worlds. But yeah, most people just dirty gold farm now with a Fire Breath Potion like this. And don't worry about crawl stacks. You know, choose your own adventure there, I guess. Really up to you what you want to do. Oh, God. See, Niali's broken too. She's not showing past 235 for some reason. New account problems. New account problems. See, and now it's going to show up. And I should have just been there the whole time. I should probably make a note of these. And like report them or something. Alright, we're in a good place. We're in a very good place because monster health is bigger than our damage at the moment, and we're still able to kill stuff. So we're up to 8 EO4 favor, so we're probably just getting into EO5 on this run, unfortunately. But that's fine. We'll have to do a free play, so we'll have 2 adventures in the books. We might have to do a free play. Well, we'll see. We'll see where we get to. The thing is that the enemy health and we got 5 minutes left. Enemy health and monster damage increases here every 5 areas, right? No, every 5 areas. The enemy health doubles and their damage doubles, which means you really don't ever want to get to a point where you're tanking them near your wall in that variant, because the damage is going to be ridiculous. Yeah. And I bet it does multiplicate. I bet it's just double and then that value doubles and then that value doubles. Oh, it's going to be rough. So they're going to have a lot of health. We're going to need to look at our... Oh, they're going to have so much health. We're going to need a lot of favor. I don't think we can attempt that without a lot of favor. It just feels like a no good, very bad day if we were to try that. Okay, now we're killing with people more than... Makos is actually having to set Bud every now and then. E41, not bad. Not bad, Makos. With Makos' next upgrade, hey, right now, gives us more gold when he kills things. Dark Luck, up by 100%. So that puts us at 1,000% more gold on kill. Take it. I'll take it. 100. 90. Oh. Nope, right out. I need 400 here. I don't think there's another piracy in here for a while. Yeah. 35, 75. Okay, that's within range. Oh no. Oh no. So here we're going to Minsk. There. Boom. Okay, good. And we set E44 buds, so now we're going to... Let's mince ultimate into Makos' attack. Now we can ride that bud spike. Now we can ride that bud spike. It's 400, right? Yeah. But that's only 100%. That's only 100% too, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Going this way. We've gotten precisely 140 stack pill from moment time. Well, that you know of. But you mean like in an Azaka farm? I can produce them pretty handily. Sometimes it happens right away, and sometimes it takes like a while. But you can generate them once you have the 40. Or once you have both the feats, excuse me. Okay, here we go again. Oh no, that's fine. I'm not going to use the ultimate. We're chewing right through that troll. Now Nightly gets her health share. Wow, that's way late. It's so long. Why'd you take so long? $340. Oh, we're not getting there. That feels impossible. Feels impossible. $455. Yep, that's what I thought. All right. Oh no, we're gonna like 30 seconds left of our potions. Oh yeah, we're in the EO5 range. All right, we're not gonna climb a whole lot from this point on in terms of EO5. We're not getting to EO6. We are approaching 175. If the restriction for the variant wasn't one that doubled enemy health every 5 areas, we could easily go from this adventure into that one. I don't know that. I mean, we can't. I mean, we could try it, but I feel like we're going to get here, and we're not even going to get here with the amount of health that's going to be coming at us. But we do have way more favor now, so maybe it's a weird situation. All right, we're gonna hope that no. I got nothing. I got no wave clear whatsoever. E45 damage versus E46. I mean, that's not horrible, but our ultimates. Let's do the crawling. Look at it pulse through. Look at it pulse through. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Come on. Kill some things. Why don't you? Why don't you? Problem with this is it's going to attack back here. Come on, bears. Hello, bears. Nope, we're dead. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, we lost our fire breath. So we were just relying on Makos. He's got a 5 times damage upgrade here at 50. Where is that? E46 damage. Oh, this might. Yeah, that's going to pop us some gold. Okay. Now you saw like there was an AoE splash there. That was we hit somebody that had traitor. Excellent. Boom. 5 times damage. 5 times damage. Now this is the situation where Krull starts coming online, because the longer enemies sit on your tank, this is why you need a super survivable tank in combination with Krull. The longer enemies sit on the tank, the more stacks they build up, and the more nice. Like with the maximum possible stacks, nice. The more they sit up, the more the chance of that happening, and you make a lot of money off of it. Yeah. So this is the joy of Krull, is getting to this point, because you'll just pop a whole group of people. Krull pairs better with somebody who does like AoEs, for obvious reasons. Single target is not great, especially when you start getting this many people here. And especially Mako's. Mako's attacks a random enemy. Mako's is like the worst option for Krull, but we tried it anyway. We tried it anyway. I feel like maybe we need to stop trying. Oh, that's ways off the damage. We would need to respec Mako's. We need to respec Mako's. Am I up to damage on it? No. Okay. Okay, dude. I forgot. Do I do sturdy mirrors or empowered mirrors? Sturdy. More mirrors, better mirrors. There's no reason to ever do the stronger version. You just want more mirrors for Aaron. Okay, here we go. Oh, that did not help. That didn't really help Hitch's DPS. Now, Hitch is not a DPS. That's part of the reason why it didn't help. And he doesn't have the charisma to be here. He's going to attack in the wrong place. So Makos was kind of our best, potentially best option. We'll get Hitch up there. I wasn't really investing in Hitch for self-damage, though. Chance of a Zaka form or Briv scriptless question tomorrow? I mean, you can ask me those questions anytime, but we're not going to be able to do either of those things anytime soon. Anytime soon. It's a happy little pilfer stack, yeah. I'm going to see if we can get even remotely close to a decent upgrade to help empower Hitch a little more, but I don't know that we can. Minsk might. Minsk doesn't get buffed by Hitch. Yeah, we're not really there yet. Is that a thing? Did we just... The AoE here works. So the AoE on Minsk pairs well with Krull. Is just why I'm trying this. We're basically at our... I mean, we're at our wall. But you kind of want to... Once you have Krull, you kind of want to farm at your wall a little bit because of the chance of killing with a good AoE here. And a lot of pilfer stacks transferring and potentially getting a 20 or 30 stack situation going on. And let's see if we can get a transfer. It's 10 pilfer. That's going to give us, a decent amount of gold. But if we could have gotten a 20 or 30, that would have been way better. Because there are times where you will just suddenly, you'll have so much gold, and you're like, where did all that come from? You might even get achievements, multiple achievements popped up. You had Krull in, and you got 20, 30, or even a 40 pilfer stack, and you didn't see it. And now you earned so much gold that you're going to have to go a very long ways before you can upgrade any of your champions again. So you got to make sure you're upgrading efficiently. Otherwise, you're in a lot of trouble. Oh, and we're dead. Speaking of being in a lot of trouble, we may actually want to drop back to 169 nice for this. To better support Makos, or Minsk, excuse me. Yeah, I probably should have stayed Makos. Well, it's tough. We could have tried the bombing with Makos, but it would have required getting a good single target attack against something with pain to really spike our butt, and then doing the bomb to wipe everything out. And then that's a long cooldown. That's almost 5 minutes. So I think this is probably going to be it on this run. We're just not making any money, unfortunately. But 233 EO5 from 2,500. We gained what? That would have been 2.5 EO3. We gained basically 2 orders of magnitude. On to the end. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll buy that for $1. Make all this money real quick. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's a Makos bomb. But normally, in his other spec, it would have been silver coins, and we would have made a ton of money. All right. Let's finish this. Boom.